Hi, everyone.
Welcome back to our second episode of our podcast, our long-awaited second episode.
You know, this is actually the third time that we have recorded this episode. The first time, what happened with the first time?
I think the first time we were just off.
Yeah.
I think we didn't plan well enough what we were going to say. So it was, while I was editing it, it was just all over the place. There were like 5 different topics all in one. And then low-key, some of it didn't make sense. Yeah. And I was like, this is kind of embarrassing to post. So I told her, I was like, you know what?
We need to refilm. Yeah. And then the second time that we refilmed, the audio never connected.
That was I could have sworn I connected it. I
Wait,
even told her
right now. Yeah.
Should I double check?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, let me double check. Okay, we just had to do a little check
because we're a little scarred from last time. But the audio is working,
and it sounds really good.
Clear, yeah.
Yeah, I think we kind of also had to play around with the system and like figure out what works, and hopefully this ends up working, and hopefully we can actually upload the audio this time.
Yeah. But yeah, so we did record this twice already, and we kind of talked about the same thing. But the last time that we recorded the second episode was like about a month ago. And by this point, like, we did not want to be saying the same stories again for the third time.
Yeah, she almost made me. She was like, are we going to talk about this? I was like, please, no, let's not. I was like, we can revisit the topic because it is a funny story. Yeah. But you know what? We talked about it twice and it was bad luck. So maybe we just got to hold off for a little bit, you know?
Yeah, but right now we have our little cafecito that we made with our Nespresso.
Shout out to Mari's mom for these cute mugs that she brought yesterday.
I know.
These are so aesthetic, so TikTok.
These are so cute.
They're like double insulated.
Emily has been telling me for like a while, like, oh my god, I want one of these mugs. And then yesterday my mom surprised me with them. I was like, Emily is gonna love this. But yeah, it's so cute.
We upgraded our coffee game from a Keurig to a Nespresso, so we're official adults.
I know,
we're really making coffee out here.
And we're still trying to navigate and like try and find like the perfect coffee that we like with it, and it's taking a lot of trial and error. Like sometimes I'm drinking it so freaking bitter or so sweet. And at work, sometimes I'm like, you know what, I kind of have to like throw it out. Like it's already 10 a.m.
You're like, I'm trying to go to Starbucks.
Since 7 a.m. I'm like, I'm about to go during my lunch right now to the Starbucks down the street. Like, I don't know. It's because the point of all this, oh my gosh, I'm getting tangled. The point of all this is to stop wasting our freaking money on Starbucks because half of my paycheck, I swear, goes to freaking Starbucks.
It's expensive. Yeah. Like, I mean, $5 for grande, you know, like it's like this much coffee. I worked at Starbucks for like, 6 months, 7 months. It was fun and all. I loved it. You know, sometimes I think about going back. Anyway, that's not the point. I lived off of Starbucks for a while, and like it was amazing because it was free. But now that it's not free, I'm like, man, it just hurts the soul a little bit, you know. And I feel like the rewards isn't as good as Dutch Bros. Either.
Yeah, low key. I'm like, damn, I already accumulated again from Dutch Bros. Like I've only been doing
a free
like
drink
twice.
Again for real.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, the point was just to be cautious about how we're spending our money. And I think we were seeing on TikTok how good the Nespresso was, and we found it at Costco and we thought it was a sign. We were debating it for like the whole hour we were
saw
there.
It in the beginning of our Costco trip, and we're like, you know what, we'll come back to it later.
Yeah,
like what if we find something better or something else that we want, because we've kind of been going or Emily, like, she's like, all right, we're gonna go to Costco. We came out with the freaking espresso machine. All right, went to Sam's Club. She came out with the freaking Ninja. All right, we're going to Target. She came out with an air fryer.
Yeah, don't like.
Yeah, it's just. And she's like, should we buy it? And I'm like, yes, because if there's one thing about me is that I want everyone to spend money. Like,
that's her toxic trait. Don't ask her like, should I buy this?
Yeah, don't tell me should I buy this.
Reason.
Yeah, I'm like, yes, you deserve it. Yeah.
Which is a good and bad thing all in one, because now we have a new, and think in the span of like a month and a half, we bought a new air fryer, a Nespresso, and a Ninja blender.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm not complaining because honestly it has upgraded our lifestyle.
And you know, now that I think about it, I forgot the my cup, the Ninja cup at work. I took it today.
Smoothies?
Yeah, I took it today. Now
Yeah.
I'm thinking, like, where did I leave that? But
That's
I
funny.
think I left it on my desk.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So if you have any Nespresso blends that you love or you recommend, or any coffee recipes that you want to recommend, leave them in the comments.
You want us to try on here?
If you want us to try on
Just
here, let us know. Because, yeah, like she said, we've been playing around with it, and we're still figuring out what we like and what we don't like.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But yeah, we're out here drinking cafecitos, 9 o'clock.
It's 9:11.
It's decaf, don't worry.
Yeah, we got decaf. We're like, you know what? We're not going to be drinking caffeinated drinks right now.
For real.
We did it for the aesthetic.
The aesthetic purposes, so you guys can see. We got our cups.
These are so cute.
And, on this topic of adulting, I'm like, we should talk about adulting, where we're at, but how we got here, I guess, because I feel like we didn't really feel like adults till we graduated.
Oh my gosh, you know what? One thing that we did talk about last time that we didn't talk about, we aren't talking again, is... What was the question? Like how this podcast came to be?
Oh, yeah. We didn't really go into that our first episode. I think like where we got the name idea from, how we started this idea, and why we started a podcast. Right?
Right. I think it was like, what are we going to, like what to expect from the
what to
podcast.
expect, like what you're going to hear type of thing.
Yeah, and we still don't really know. We're kind of just taking it as it is, and like, but it's just like random topics, like right now we were going to talk about just relatable things, life, navigating life, as two young, single, independent business.
For real. Single. Wait, single? You just said two single. Who's single?
Is it, are you married on your taxes?
I'm not.
So you're single.
She's right. Two Latinas. Me always throwing in Latina. Latina. Yes. Okay. Latina. Two Latinas making a podcast. Okay. Yeah, it's just all things relatable. I mean, long story short, we just wanted to pick up a little hobby, have something to talk about, share our stories, our experiences, because I feel like people could find them relatable or funny, or I don't know.
Even though we only have like 3 listeners.
For real.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the 3 listeners, though.
I know. We're here like thinking like, like we're making an impact. Like, everyone's waiting for this video to drop. But
hey, you never know. There could be that one person in the shadows, our shadow listeners that aren't subscribed, but like check in on us. But yeah, that's kind of just the vibe of the podcast. We're just kind of going with the flow. That's really it. Nothing like structured or super like, we're like, or not, I guess not. We're not like
lifestyle,
like crime podcast. We're not here.
I was just throwing words.
No, like we're not like,
Yeah, like one topic.
Yeah, like a one
subject,
topic thing.
Category.
It's kind of just like I was gonna say like lifestyle. I was gonna say we weren't lifestyle, but it kind of is lifestyle, like just life.
Advice.
So, yeah.
No.
You guys are all like, what do these 22-year-olds have to give advice on? A lot, okay? You don't know our lives. But yeah, so that's kind of the vibe of the podcast. And I guess today we wanted to talk a little bit about post-grad life.
Yeah, because I think right now, it's May. May what? May 18th. Oh my gosh. Isn't it crazy how fast the year has gone?
It's gone
we're
by
already in May.
So fast.
May. It's already summer.
Yeah. A year ago, we were graduating college and we were like having the time of our lives. And now now a year later, a year later, we're here buying an air fryer and an espresso.
I know. That is crazy.
And a Ninja.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's just crazy, I guess. You never like know what to expect or what to imagine, and you hear so much about like post grad life. And I remember hearing people be like, or alum would always be like, honestly, post grad life sucks. Like if you are involved in college and if you like have friends and you're just very social and active on campus, the transition from college to postgraduate life is going to be pretty hard and kind of brutal because you're not surrounded by these people all the time anymore. Yeah. It's not like we're going to the library anymore, like, you know, late night sessions and like eating fast food and like going to get Dutch and like doing all these things at like 2-3 a.m. and hanging out. You know, it's like we have 9 to 5s now and we go to work and we make dinner and we eat and we go to sleep and we go to the gym.
Yeah.
And what? Now we film our podcast.
I know. And like right now it's 9. And I'm here like, oh my gosh, I'm here like trying to open up my eye now because I feel like it's closing on me because it is almost my bedtime. But yeah, like right now it is graduation season and seeing like our friends graduating, you know, people on the internet, just random strangers. I think it's just like, oh my gosh, I was graduating a year ago.
It's so exciting. I get so happy every time I see graduation posts. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so proud. Like, I don't even know these people. I'm like, I'm so proud of you. Because I guess we know.
Like, I love seeing like a good TikTok that makes you cry.
Yeah, for real. I'm like,
I'm
like first gen. I'm like my first gen people. Like, we know the struggle. We know, and it's just so great to see people like educated, graduating, doing these things. And
like, low-key, I'd just be getting another degree for the feeling. I'm like, I just want to feel like that. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, guys, if you didn't know, she's getting her master's. I know she's probably looking at her like, don't talk about it. But she's getting
I think we talked about it last time.
Yeah. Did we?
Yeah.
I think. She's getting her master's, so I'm like, praise, because I would not be able to do that.
And like, I literally have 2 brain cells. Like, I'm at work and like someone's talking to me and like I feel like I have like wired hair, like
static.
Yeah, static, and I'm like blinking like with one eye half the time. That's how I felt today, especially because I didn't wear any makeup. So I was already not feeling my best, and then I was tired because I went to a concert last night. I was just not feeling it today, and like I'm like on my last 2 brain cells right now, and the last thing I wanted to do was come home and do homework, so I did not do that.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I mean, it's a lot to multitask. It's like you're juggling masters and you have a full-time job, and like you're also trying to have a life, so I think that's like a lot to handle. So I mean, like, if I was you, I'd be tired all the time too, you know. So yeah, but you can look forward to them graduation pics and the grad party and throwing your cap again, throwing it to the side, the
tassel from left to right.
For real. A special little, what is it called?
Hood?
Stole? Oh.
The hood?
Is it a hood?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a special little hood.
I think.
Or you wear it backwards?
Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. About my master's students.
If any other of our listeners have a master's degree, let us know. Yeah. But yeah, even like, I'm sure like your whole master's experience has been completely different from your like undergrad experience. Cause yeah, you're just not like surrounded with all these people anymore. Like
all these kids.
You have a full-time job, you know. I feel like that's kind of like the main thing. It's like, okay, we get it. You guys have a full-time job. But it's hard out here. It's hard out here. Like, you have a full-time job, you know. Yeah. And I don't want that to, like, become my life. Like, I don't want that to be, like, all I look forward to. And, like, oh, like, work is my life. Like, I don't want that to be me. Because how lame is that? You know? Like, dedicating your whole life, your whole being to work. Like, there's so much more outside of work, you know? And we just take work so serious sometimes. I'm like, it's really not that deep.
Yeah, I mean, that's also why you have to respect your boundaries. And, you know, your salaried position. I recently got a salaried position. And, like, it's kind of like, all right. I check my email sometimes, like, past the 5 p.m. mark. But just to see if something's not, like, on fire. I mean, I don't know what I'd do if something was on fire. But I bring my laptop now, like just in case, you know. Like, what if it's the day that I don't bring my laptop home and it's when I need it the most? So, but it's just setting those boundaries. Like, all right, if the place will not burn down tomorrow morning, then I am okay.
Yeah. And it's knowing that, like, you have support, you have help, and it's not just you holding this whole like business or company or organization like on your shoulders, you know? And yeah, like boundaries are so important. It's like, okay, like you expect me to be clocked in during business hours, then that's when I'm going to be clocked in and working. Like, don't expect to reach me outside of those hours, because quite honestly, like I can't promise you I will. Like maybe if I'm super nice, then maybe, but otherwise, like that's how you start getting taken advantage of. And then people are like, oh yeah, we know she'll stay late, or like she'll come in super early, or whatever the case may be, and then they take advantage of you. I think especially because we're young, like people think we're like such hard workers, and like we have all this energy, and like yeah, that may be true, but to a certain extent it's like, you know, this isn't our entire life, our entire being, and we have other things that are important outside of work, not just this 9 to 5. Okay. Yeah. And if you're going to pay me from a 9 to 5, like I'm going to be doing my work from 9 to 5. But outside of that, if you're not paying me, then I'm not going to do it. Like it's just not going to happen. So we just can't take life too serious. Okay. We're 22. We're pretty. People in the comments are going to be like, you're fucking ugly. You're not pretty. Right. I am pretty to me. What? We have a life outside of work, and we want to do things. We want to have fun. We don't have kids. We're not married.
Yeah, I mean, Emily sometimes is like, oh my God, sis, let's do this. I'm like, yeah. She's like, do you want to take the day off? I was like, I have, like, I feel very guilty for taking things off. So if she wants me to take days off of work, she has to tell me in like 3 weeks in advance. I'm like, all right, well, you got to tell me with at least a 2-week notice. Yeah. Because or else I will not miss work.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to learn to detach a little bit, you know? I'm teaching her. We got to learn to detach sometimes. You know, like life sometimes isn't that serious. And, you know, you could pass away. Something terrible could happen. God forbid. But, you know, and then you're going to be like, wow, like I spent my entire life like working and not wanting to do what I wanted to do, because I was focused on work, you know? And it's like, what kind of life? Que vida.
I mean, we're not going to die anytime soon, but, or I hope not, knock on wood. But we do want to go on a trip soon because, you know, it's, I don't even remember the last time we took a trip, honestly. Oh, yeah, in October.
Oh.
Does that count? That was like a business trip.
Yeah, I don't think that counts.
I mean, I feel like the last time we went for
leisure,
yeah,
was Seattle, no?
Or May?
California.
We went to California.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went last Memorial weekend. Is that Memorial, the one in May?
Yeah, the one in May.
We went to LA for Memorial weekend last year, and I think that was the last time we like planned a trip.
Mm-hmm. Like just for fun, like relax, do whatever on our own time. Yeah. And then we went to San Diego too.
Oh yeah, after that.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to go. So me and Emily, we both work for nonprofits, very liberal companies. So we get Juneteenth. Wait, does everybody else get Juneteenth off?
I think it turned into a national holiday, but I don't think everybody gets it off yet. Like, I don't think, you know, like not everybody's there yet. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure it's a national holiday. I'll do my research on that because I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's a national holiday now, but yeah, so we have it off.
Yeah, so me and Emily have Juneteenth off, and I'm like, all right, what are we gonna do? So we kind of like we spend like 2 hours a week like planning a trip, but we never
like a fake
go
trip
anywhere. Yeah, I'm like we do this like every week, but we never go anywhere.
Yeah.
So today we actually had one of those days, and we said we are gonna go to Chicago. Yeah, we're going to Chicago. For Juneteenth, so that should be fun. I've never been.
Yeah, me neither. It was in between Chicago and New York, but you guys, the flight prices are not pretty right now. Like wherever, and I think especially on like summer weekends, like they're just outrageously high. Yeah. So we kind of just had to pick our battle, and at one point, like kind of like how she said, like don't ask me anything because I'll say yes type of thing. Like at this point, like you know what, we kind of deserve it. You know, even if it's a little pricey. Like, when are we going to go then?
Yeah.
You know, we don't get any younger. Like,
This is as pretty as we're gonna get.
For real. Today, right now. That's it. That's all you're getting from me.
Tomorrow look a lot.
So, like, I just feel like I don't want to waste time. You know, I just, like, if I want to go somewhere, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
So, Chicago has been on my list. You know, there's not that many states that are on my list here.
I know.
We're counting
I'm
down.
like, literally, the only places I want to go. Okay, we went to Seattle last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to give it another shot because we also went in March of 2021. COVID
cancel us. Don't cancel us, okay? I know y'all.
Some
of y'all were traveling.
Wearing masks. We were wearing masks, okay? Me and Emily are big masks enthusiasts. We wear it at the gym because ain't nobody gonna be seeing my gym face. Like people are like, "You wear a mask to the gym?"
Yeah,
I'm like, "Yeah, you're gonna see my push face
for real,
like,
my breathing face. Like, you know when you're on that last set and you're making that ugly ass face.
Ew.
Hey, the mask helps. Okay, not only does it protect you from any germs, but also
from the embarrassment.
Okay. So yeah, we did go to Seattle, but it wasn't the best experience.
Yeah, like no restaurants were open, no like bars or anything.
I don't know what we were expecting,
honestly,
really.
Yeah.
But I think we were just so like tired of being here that we didn't care.
The tickets were only $97, remember?
They were. I didn't remember that. No wonder
That's
we
why
went
we
there.
got it because you were like, all right, sis. Okay, this is what I was telling Emily. I was telling her earlier, actually. I was like, you know what? Like, tell me you want to go to the bar right now. We will go. Like, we'll go out right after this podcast. Like, tell me you want to go to this place. We'll go. Locally. Like, you want to go to Target? Bet. Let's go. But when it comes to her travel ideas, it kind of like, I'm a little like skeptical. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to need a 2-week notice at least. So last year, I remember it was like a Wednesday or Thursday. I was getting off of work and she calls me. She's like, sis, hear me out. What if we go to Seattle next Thursday to Sunday? The tickets are only $97. And I'm like, bro, you tell me you have a week to get 2 days off of work. So I mean, I did it, but
you know, it's just because life is too short. Like, if it were up to me, I'd be on trips like every other weekend or like every month. But you know, life, you can't always do that. So when I see something and it's good, I'm gonna take it and run with it. Cause what's the worst she could have said? No, like, sorry sis, no. And I would have been like, all right. But best case scenario, she would have said yes, which she did, and we did end up going.
Yeah.
With our dear friend Jackie. So, you know, like, you just gotta take your shot, shoot your shot. I'm always shooting my shot with her. I'm like, what if we go to like Europe next year?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, all right, I need to hear your whole idea like through. Like, I don't know.
It's because we have to travel while we're young.
I just take her traveling ideas with a grain of salt. Like, all right, whatever.
I have to shoot my shot,
Emily.
Yeah. Well, guess who's going to Chicago?
Maybe.
Month. No, we're going. We're going.
Well, we haven't even booked anything.
Well, we're gonna book it.
We had different plans for Juneteenth last week.
I know.
We change.
It just changes all the time. But she says like we're never gonna get any younger. We're just not gonna get any prettier. We're like at our prime.
I'm not gonna get any skinnier.
Bro, we've been at this gym shit for like how many months, bro? Dude,
she's like, we've only been doing it for like 2 weeks. I'm like, you're such a liar. We started like March 1st, and I still look the fucking same.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't see a difference.
I don't know.
I think I grew a little bigger, actually.
Yeah, I'm scared to get my body scan done, which I plan to go sometime soon. But I'm also like, I don't want to go. Anyway, that's off topic. That's another topic. Okay. But what was the initial Juneteenth traveling? What?
No, nothing. I'm like, I forgot the other topics.
I don't know. I hope we do go to Chicago. We'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a fun story to tell for the podcast if we do end up going. But yeah, I guess now that we're adults, we had to find other things. Or I guess now we have
hobbies.
Yeah, like, we have hobbies.
Well, yeah, I think that was a go with this also because I don't know. We don't really know how to like make friends. I mean, how the hell are we gonna make a friend for a podcast too?
Yeah.
Think about it. I don't know, but we just know that we have to start picking up hobbies to keep ourselves occupied.
Mm-hmm.
Because homework cannot be my whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
We need like a distraction
But
from
yeah, like a distraction from like our 9 to 5.
Yeah. Like, and a healthy distraction.
Yeah.
Like a hobby, something that we look forward to and that we're like, okay, we're going to sit down and do this and like allocate this time and, you know, have fun with it. Something that's like, you know, there's not like strict rules or really anything that people are like, no one's expecting anything because we started off with 0 like followers, you know? So it's just like make it what we want it to be, and that's kind of it.
All right, guys. Well, that is all we have for today. We can't really think of anything else to talk about, but I feel like we had a good variety of a little bit of everything.
It was a good conversation. Yeah. Hopefully this time we'll be able to upload it onto Spotify. I'm still trying to figure that out. If any of my 4 or 5 followers,
no one's gonna know,
are any techies out there that want to help me upload it to Spotify, let me know. I actually haven't really like played around with it too much, but now that we got our audio situation fixed a little bit better, I think I'm gonna try again to see what's going on with that. So we thank you for all your support and all your love, all your likes, and comments. Okay?
Yeah, the 2
comments we got, okay? We read all of them.
Signing off.
Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.